Well, order after order, just hours after being sworn into his second term, President Trump kept his word. He signed a series of executive orders tightening immigration policy.
And that includes continuing construction of a border wall, increasing military security at the border, and also taking steps towards mass deportation. News 5's Nadine Abasada spoke to people in Ohio on both sides of the issue.
As President Donald Trump's pen signed the paper.
That's a good one. Birthright.
Months of worry have become a reality for many in the undocumented community.
Being
from the Hispanic community, I'm facing fear.
We spoke to one undocumented man who's been in the U.S. for 18 years.
We do know that you are deported and it's unsure as to exactly where you go.
He's too fearful to reveal his identity and is talking to us through a translator. He told us he came from Mexico on a work visa. That expired. Now he's been in processing for 6 years, trying to get a green card, and afraid he'll be sent back to a city in Mexico where cartels are wreaking havoc.
For them to gain control of the territories, there's wars between them, and they burn trucks.
That fear is what Margaret Wong, an immigration attorney, has been seeing as calls to her law firm have increased by 90%.
They're just scared. They're scared people come to their house. And these are people who stayed in America 25, 30, 40 years.
She says the president's deportation plans did not surprise her, and she expects to see more raids.
They could go to different highways and stop people.
But she believes some members of the undocumented community may be okay.
Reality is not as bad as I thought, because this morning he really reinforced the cartel, and that's so correct. I mean, those cartels are horrible. They just chop your head off. I think their priority right now is more the people with criminal records.
Meanwhile, Ohio Senator Jerry Serino is happy to see the president's crackdown.
Illegal immigration is the problem. Okay, and very few countries allow immigrants to just simply flow in and out as they wish.
As the state senator who represents many cities that are immigrant rich, he reminds the public the executive orders are focused on those breaking the law.
I think if you're not a member of a gang, a drug cartel, or a convicted felon who illegally immigrated to the United States, you don't have a lot to worry about.
As for this Mexican native, he says he has no criminal record, and he's just trying to build a better life for him and his family.
We start business and be able to provide jobs for other people and to pay our taxes and to contribute to the economy.
Reporting in Cleveland, Nadine Abasada, News 5.